The Super Nintendo was arguably the best system of all time when it comes to the RPG genre. To this day, it has an endless catalog of iconic RPGs, so when the N64 was released, plenty of fans were dying for an RPG that the system deserves. Paper Mario was not only a special game for its time, it still holds up today. The scale of Paper Mario gave me a true sense of adventure, and this concept of adventure was something that I was not used to from the RPG genre. Around this time, most RPGs were not an adventure, but instead a collection of battles held together by a story. You would just walk around waiting to get to your next battle, but in Paper Mario, I had just as much fun outside of combat. Throughout each chapter of the game, you're put into very different scenarios that help set up the pacing of this gigantic adventure. The puzzles are also extremely fun, but they're not difficult enough to really stump you. I wouldn't give these puzzles a Zelda comparison or anything along those lines, but they're definitely still very entertaining and fresh. Every chapter ends in some very intense and fun boss battles that offer different varieties of strategies in order to defeat them. This isn't necessarily a difficult game by any means, but it can get challenging at times, and especially towards the end. Paper Mario stands out because of all the secrets it has to offer. It wasn't a giant side quest game, as the industry just wasn't there yet, but it still rewarded the player for curiosity exploring this giant world. Mario has companions throughout this adventure, and they take turns with Mario through combat. You can also use these companions to provide help to solve various puzzles. For example, you can use Cooper's shell to retrieve objects Mario can't reach. You can also use this bomb chick to blow stuff up. You can use this boo to hide yourself from scary enemies, and you can use this electric thing to light up rooms. The options are endless here in Paper Mario. The battle system is very interactive because every attack has a button sequence that you need to time in order to inflict more damage. You can also anticipate your enemy's attacks and press A right before they hit you, in which you absorb less damage. This allows turn-based combat to be a lot more fun for me. I felt as if I was always a part of the battle, and I never got bored even though it was a pretty long game. Outside of battle, you need to prepare for your enemy's attacks before entering battle. If you jump on your enemy or hit them with your hammer before entering battle, you'll gain an extra attack on them, but if you're caught sleeping, your enemy will punish you with the first attack. Like any RPG, you're going to need to focus on leveling up. You can choose between health, magic, and the system called badge points. You collect badges, which enhances Mario's abilities. There are tons of badges to collect, and they allow for different attacks as well as stat boosts. Once you level up your health and magic up to a certain extent, badge points are the way to go. I would definitely spam that the most. Paper Mario's predecessor, Super Mario RPG, the Super Nintendo classic that introduced Mario to the RPG genre, was a fantastic game, but Paper Mario is a much better experience in my opinion. I always felt that Super Mario RPG was just a Square Enix game that happened to insert Mario characters into it. I never felt that Mario RPG had the same Nintendo charm as Paper Mario, and I feel that Father Time is just further proving that. This game just holds up much better. Despite its age, Paper Mario will forever be a classic on the N64. If you haven't gotten your hands on this one yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Whether you need to pick this up on Virtual Console through the Wii or Wii U, or if you need to just dust off your old N64, you're definitely missing out if you haven't played this one yet. Be sure to pick this one up.